Okay, next we're going to do this example, and notice that this example is now trinomials where we need to find the least common multiple. Before you start, please make sure, because there's a typo on this one, please change these two negative signs to positive. So you should have y to the fourth plus 8y to the third plus 15y squared, and then y squared minus 3y minus 40. So go ahead and pause so you can write the problem down and then come back when you're ready. So first we are going to factor y to the fourth plus 8y to the third plus 15y squared. Now, all three of these have in common a y squared, so we can factor that out. When we factor that out, we get y squared times y squared plus 8y plus 15. And then if you look, you can see that this can be factored again when I try to see what multiplies to give me 15 and adds to give me 8. That's going to be 3 and 5. So when I factor again, I get y squared because I haven't done anything to that. And then y plus 3 and y plus 5. So that's my first term factored out. Okay? So then I want to now look at my second term, and that's going to be y squared minus 3y minus 40. So I'm asking what multiplies to give me negative 40, but adds to give me negative 3. Well, I know 8 and 5 will give me 40, but I need a negative 3. So the larger number has to be negative. So that's going to factor to y minus 8, y plus 5. So this is my second term. So here now, I am looking at, let's see, I'm looking at this term, and this term in order to find my least common multiple. So let's switch to white. All right, so I see that the first one has a y squared, so I need that. Here I have a y plus 3, so I need y plus 3. Here I have a y plus 5, and I have another y plus 5 here, so I just need one y plus 5, so that takes care of those three. And then I need a y minus 8. So all of this would be my least common multiple of y to the fourth plus 8y to the third plus 15y squared, and y squared minus 3y minus 40. So let's look at another one that is similar to this one. Once you see the problem, then I want you to try to work it on your own. So push pause and try to work it. And then once you've tried it and gotten an answer, then I want you to come back and make sure you got it correct. So we're looking for the least common multiple of 4a squared minus 12a minus 16 and a squared minus 9a squared plus 20a. Let's go ahead and fix that now. That should be a cubed. So that's a cubed minus 9a squared plus 20a. All right, so go ahead and push pause now and try to do these on your own. And then once you've got an answer, then come back and we'll do it together. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to factor 4a squared minus 12a minus 16. So there is a 4 that can be factored out. And so that leaves us with a squared minus 3a minus 4. So what multiplies to give us negative 4 and add to give us negative 3. So we know 4 and 1 will give us 4. And if we make the 4 negative, then we'll have negative 3. So this is going to factor to 4 times a minus 4 and a plus 1. Then if we look at the second one, again, that is a cubed minus 9a squared plus 20a. And what can be factored out of here? Of course, an a. And when we factor out an a, we're left with a squared minus 9a plus 20. And then we want to know what can multiply to give us 20 and add to give us negative 9. We know 5 and 4 gives us 20. And if we make them both negative, they will still multiply to give us a positive 20, but they will add to give us a negative 9. So then this will factor to a times a minus 5 times a minus 4. So then we need to try to find the least common multiple by finding the greatest value. So we see that we have a 4 here. We have an a. Those are on the outside. And then I have an a minus 4. An a plus 1. And then an a minus 5. And I've already have a minus 4. So my least common multiple would be 4a times a minus 4 times a plus 1 times a minus 5. So I hope by now that you've gotten the gist of finding the least common multiple, because you will need this skill in order to do the adding and subtracting. So take a moment now, breathe, maybe go take a 5-minute break, and then come back, and then we will do some actual adding and subtracting.